So this is my code. In the first 7 lines, we're declaring variables. Pin 2 is going to be the button pin. Pin 5 is going to be the motor pin. Pin 6, 7, 8, and 9 are going to be the LED pins. Button state is going to be a variable that's going to be used in the code. The same for our last button state. Int push counter is going to be used to keep track of the button presses. Bool pulsing false. This is going to indicate that we want on the third button press, we want the motor to be pulsing. In void setup, we are making sure that the button pin is going to be an input, motor pin is going to be an output. We have this loop statement that's going to make sure that all the LEDs are turned off. In void loop, we have button state being assigned digital read button pin. This is to say that whatever we read from button pin is going to be the value assigned to button state, and we are checking if button state and last button state are not equal, then you want the following code to apply. If the button state is high, we are going to check, we have this delay statement so that we have that debouncing. We don't want it to continuously read multiple presses. And then while we are reading the button state, this we're just saying, hey, we want you to wait until the button is being released. Otherwise, if somebody presses the button and holds it, it's going to read multiple button presses, which is what we don't want. Then we engage the push counter. This is going to make sure that all the presses are at least under 5, and then when it gets to 5, it's going to have a reset. Then void handle push. This is a function that is in our code. So case 1 is button press 1. We are counting. So on the first button press, pulsing is false. We are not having any pulsing. There's no pulsing on the first button press. Motor on, light up LEDs. Those two are functions that are called down later in our code, which I'll show you. And case 2 is the second button press. Pulsing is false. We don't want any pulsing. Motor off, the motor turns off and the second LED turns on. Case 3 is the third button press. Pulsing is true. This is when we want that pulsing effect to happen constantly, and that is why we have bool pulsing equals false. This is going to make sure that the motor keeps pulsing continuously in our code. So we are changing that in this here. And then in case 4, fourth button press, the motor is going to turn on continuously, and the fourth LED is going to turn on as well. And the case 5 is the fifth button press, and everything turns off. Motor turns off, all the LEDs turn off. These are functions in our code. And now getting to the functions: void motor turn on, digital write motor pin high. So these functions are basically definitions. That's how I understand them. Because in void motor on, we are saying motor pin is high, so that whenever we call out motor on, this line of code is going to run. Same goes for void motor off. Whatever code is written inside those functions is going to take place whenever we call out the functions. So basically, it's more like a dictionary, so that whenever we call out the functions, they will act out in our program. And then this is void multipulse. So this is basically making sure that the motor is going to turn on and off for half a second on, half a second off. And then void light up LEDs. This is going to say, hey, all the and this loop statement is going to make sure that under 5 button presses the LED will turn on, and the same for turn off LED. So if it goes above four presses, then all the LEDs are going to turn off. That's what's happening here. Sorry for taking so long. Now I'm going to show you the actual circuit. Okay, it turns on, turns off on the second button press. It should pulse now, pulsing. And it should stay on and turns off on the final and fifth button press. Thank you for watching. I apologize for the long video. Stay tuned.